After the desert's lessons had soaked into her soul, Mia returned to her world quieter, more grounded. But the silence was not empty, it was full. Her days felt deeper now. When people spoke, she didn't just hear them, she felt their words. Yet her sketchbook whispered once more. It no longer glowed brightly, but pulsed gently, like a heartbeat under starlight. One evening, as she brushed a swirl of indigo across its surface, a ticking sound surrounded her. Tick tick tick. Then, without warning, the floor beneath her feet melted into gears and glass. Mia landed on a spiraling staircase made entirely of timepieces. Clocks, watches, hourglasses, all ticking in harmony. The air smelled like brass and memory. The sky above was a shifting dome of constellations, and the sun and moon orbited together in graceful balance. She stood in the heart of Chronotopia, the city of clocks. A figure approached, half human, half machine, with gears spinning where its heart should be. "Welcome, Mia," it said. "I am Tiktalis, the timekeeper. This is the city where every moment is recorded, where every second is sacred." Mia looked around. The buildings moved like breathing organisms. Walls adjusted with the rhythm of time. Bells rang with every heartbeat. Time wasn't just passing here, it lived. "Why am I here?" she asked. "Because to truly understand the world," said Tiktalis, "you must understand time." And so began her journey through time. She was led to the hourglass maze, a vast desert of shifting glass tunnels. Every wall shimmered with sands of the past and future. There she met the echo keepers, beings made of reflected memories. They didn't speak but replayed scenes from Mia's life, and lives she'd never lived. She saw her first birthday, the moment she first painted, and even events she had forgotten. She saw a version of herself who never picked up a brush, who wandered through life without discovering her voice. It chilled her. She saw possible futures, some filled with joy, others tinged with sorrow. In one, she stood on a mountaintop, holding her own art exhibit. In another, she sat at a desk in a gray room, typing numbers she didn't understand. Mia learned to walk the corridors of memory without losing herself. Each passage taught her about regret and how it lingers, joy and how it fades if not cherished, change and how every small decision echoes through time. She sat beside a window of 1,000 suns, watching a star rise and set in moments. There she met a woman with silver hair braided like clock springs. "I am Silentia," the woman said, "the keeper of lost hours." Silentia taught Mia to feel time, not by watching clocks but by watching people. The long sigh of a tired worker, the silent tear of a child, the laughter that fades too soon. "Time isn't your enemy," Silentia whispered. "It is your companion. It walks with you, not ahead of you." Mia spent what felt like days with Silentia, learning how to measure time with the heart, not the hand. She watched shadows grow and shrink across walls, timed her breath with the fluttering wings of a moth, and listened to the difference between morning wind and evening breeze. In the market of moments, Mia traded a memory of her first snowball fight for a jar filled with laughter from 100 strangers. She tasted childhood, listened to the sound of a grandmother's final lullaby, and danced to a tune composed by wind from a forgotten century. The market was alive. Vendors sold seconds, smiles, sunsets in tiny vials. There were minutes of pure silence, for those who never had peace. Echoes of first kisses. Bottled inspiration, fizzing like soda when uncorked. One vendor offered her a memory from the future, a choice she almost made. She declined, sensing that some discoveries must be lived, not borrowed. She purchased a moment called stillness before a storm, and stored it in her heart. Then came the trial of pendulums. To graduate from Chronotopia, She had to walk across a bridge of swinging pendulums. Each represented a lesson. The rhythm of routine. The drag of procrastination. The rush of urgency. The grace of patience. Every swing had a sound, every movement a feeling. Mia walked slowly, carefully timing her steps. With each step, a memory surfaced, of times she had rushed, hesitated, feared, or embraced stillness. The bridge became a timeline of her life. But at the midpoint, time froze. All clocks stopped. All bells silenced. A heavy presence descended. "This is the gap," said Tiktaali's reappearing, "where time disappears." Mia stood in a void. No past. No future. Only now. It was terrifying. And beautiful. Here she painted not with colors but with seconds. She gave shape to the moment, drawing breath, heartbeat, awareness. This, she realized, is where life happens. In the now. She sat there for what felt like years. Perhaps it was only minutes. But in that stillness, she made peace with everything she wasn't, and everything she could be. Time resumed. She crossed the bridge. Tiktaali's met her on the other side, smiling. "You have learned that time is not just a line but a canvas. Paint it with care." Back in her room, Mia's brush now ticked faintly. Her paintings carried movement, strokes that seemed to shift slightly each time she looked. She painted. Her parents talking late into the night. A sunrise she hadn't seen in years. Her future self standing beside her younger self, smiling. Then she painted the market of moments, the hourglass maze, the silver-braided hair of Silentia, and the bridge of pendulums. Each painting whispered. The city of clocks was gone, but its rhythm pulsed inside her. And so Mia moved forward, not faster, not slower, but in time with her own soul. She no longer feared being late or wished to rewind the past. She understood that moments weren't made to be captured, but experienced. Every tick of her brush, every beat of her heart, every breath she took, was perfectly in time.